So baseball obviously took a little bit of a step back this past weekend as you lost your first non-conference series since 2020 against Kent State this past weekend. And granted, Kent State, not a bad mid-major team. That was a team that is likely to face off against somebody like Tennessee, somebody like LSU, something like that in a regional come later down the road. But Tennessee, just too many errors in the field. Pitching was pretty good for the first two games. And in the third game, it was
I think he nailed it.
It was not very good.
No, it's terrible. And honestly, if y'all follow my TikTok, I literally said this after game one when people were talking smack about us getting the walk-off against Kent State, right? Like, Kent State. And I was like, guys, Kent State's a solid ball club. Like, I don't think y'all watch baseball enough to understand that. After watching that first game, I was kind of like, daggum. Like, this ain't your typical MAC team that you could, they had solid pitching. Their starting pitching was amazing. Their bullpen looked great. And yeah, we may have had a couple bad at bats, but like it's early in the year, and it's kind of crazy. You're facing a team that like is this from top to bottom sound as Kent State was. They didn't really make a ton of mistakes. Like they played really, really well, ran the bases very well. They were attacking us, really, really forcing the issue with rundowns and whatnot. Like they did a great job, man. And honestly, it was a smack in the mouth for our baseball team at game one. Obviously, it is what it is. We got the win. I went to game two. We lost that one 2-1. And that one's a bummer because the same guy that had you in the game is the same guy that kind of lost you the game in Henry Ford. I mean, he started out with a solo home run to start the game. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Like, we didn't really go crazy offensively on Friday night, so we're about to go crazy on Saturday. And then nothing. And then he commits really, I think he had 2 errors at third base, and one of them.
It only listed him with 1 error.
It felt like 2.
It felt like he had 2 or 3.
Felt like he had 2 at third base. Only one costed you, and that was that run. I don't know, somewhere. I can't remember what inning it was. I was at the game. I'm not looking at the stat sheet here, but overall,
it was the inning that Kent State scored 2, right? Was that in the 5th?
Correct. Well, that's the only 2 runs they scored. So yeah, I mean, it was tough, man. But game 3 was game 3. Game 3 was terrible. I don't even know what to take away from game 3 other than I think we're going to have those same Sunday woes that we had last year. It does not look like our starting pitch is just deep enough. I don't know what's going on, but I'm really happy with our pitching on the first 2 days. I think our Friday and Saturday starters are great. But man, we're in trouble on Sunday. That's all I got to say right now.
I feel like you've got the dudes there. I just feel like they need to work on the rotation. I'm not taking anything away from Evan Blanco because he had a fantastic first weekend, and he could still be that guy. But I tell you the guy that I want, and it's the guy that we saw him on Friday night. I want to see Brandon Arvinson. He was hurt that first series.
Can he be our Sunday starter?
I think he could be. I was hoping that he would be one of the 3 this season. And obviously he was injured towards the end of the spring or towards the end of the winter workout. So I definitely want to see him get in there. I think he could be your Sunday starter, maybe take that spot from Evan Blanco. But